So Q, with Katie Lou out, Jim was saying he's going to have to rely on you a lot more for the three-point shots, which is something you did early today.
Yeah, I think when we have someone go down with the ability to shoot the ball like it is, it's a matter of everyone stepping up in a little bit of their own way. And I think one of the things that I can do and that I've gotten better at since I've gotten to UConn is my three-point shot. So I'm going to try and use that as much as I can.
The whole team responded pretty well today, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we did a good job, obviously, understanding that Lou does a lot of stuff for us, and none of us are Lou, and we can't do what she does. So it's each and every one of us picking up little things here and there, and the energy and the intensity that we came out with today, we had a good start, and that was helpful.
Krystal hadn't had a turnover until the second half. Was her first turnover. What does it mean for you guys to have a point guard who can take care of the ball like that, especially when you have some people turning the ball over 10 times?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when your point guard does that good of a job taking care of the ball, but her ability to find people in the tightest positions or get the pass through a bunch of hands is actually something that is very impressive. So for her to not have any turnovers until today was great. I love it. I'm okay with that.
She gets a big challenge in the next game with Jordan Canada. Is she ready for that? You've seen the maturation in her this year, the confidence that she's ready for a challenge like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with this year, especially in the difference that you see in Krystal from last year or this year, we see it in practice every single day, where she loves the challenge and she wants to go after it and get the best out of it that she can. So I have trust in her to get that done, and I'm excited to see it.
Do you think the younger kids understand the opportunity they have? I mean, nobody wants to see Katie Lou go out, but there are some minutes that are available now.
Yeah, I think when there's someone who's a starter who plays a lot of minutes, there is an opportunity for people to come in and try to help and add to what we have. And I think the younger guys understand that, and in practice there's a bit of a edge to them and an understanding that, hey, I have to be ready to go because this is the situation that our team is in right now.
Coach still talks about Azura in terms of potential right now, that she doesn't have that mental toughness quite yet to bring everything out in her game. What do you see her doing well, and how much more can she help you down the road?
I mean, Z does a lot of things really well, and I think it's a consistent basis of continually doing those that's going to help us down the road. And I think defensively, she can really alter shots for us. She can protect the rim. She can do a lot of things offensively for us in terms of pick and roll, pick and pop, taking people off the dribble, and her mobility is a big thing for us. So I think down the road and as the season progresses, she'll gain more confidence in some of the things that she probably doesn't have a ton of in right now, and that's just going to make us better.
She has the skill, right? It's just a matter of knowing that she can do things.
Yeah, absolutely. Her skill is there, and I think that's something we see every day in practice. It's things that we see in the games, and then it's just a matter of no hesitation. Let me get this done. I know exactly what to do.
Any words on the field hockey team winning the national title?
Love when UConn wins, and it's kind of unfortunate that it was Maryland on both days, or both games, but obviously super excited for them. The UConn athletic family itself is a tight-knit family, and when they have success and in the way that they've been doing it over the last couple of years, they're great girls, they're great people to be around, and completely excited for them.
How much of a challenge does UCLA present overall?
I mean, they do a lot of things really well, and I think their talent and their skill level is also huge when you have a point guard like Canada who takes a lot of shots, but takes them at a high percentage, finds people, and then you have Billings down low who does a lot of things for them, and their defensive intensity. So it'll be a great game. Good
matchup because they're athletic like you guys are, so it should be pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, when you have athleticism like they do, it's easy to do a lot of different things defensively, keep other teams on their toes as to what they want to do, so we'll see what happens.
You got a homecoming game coming up. What about Lou? She's getting to go back home and she can't play. How much does that stink for her?
Yeah, it stinks. I mean, I don't want to put words into her mouth. I'm sure she's upset about it. But, I think she's happy to see her family.
How much of a challenge does Billings present for you? I mean, somebody who's athletic like you are, has a motor like you do. Is that a fun challenge for you?
Yeah, it is a fun challenge, and I think that's kind of the mindset, to approach it as another challenge, as something different, and not back away from it.
Were you happy the way that this team responded without Lou today? You guys didn't sulk. It didn't seem like you just came out and met the challenge head on.
Yeah, I think it showed, as far as us handling the ball and taking care of it. We didn't get as many outside shots as normal. That really showed. She gets a lot of tips on defense and a lot of stops. So we definitely missed her, but I don't think we sulked about it. I think especially Z, she really stepped up and she was ready to take on that role. She wasn't scared of it.
You guys rebound in the first 2 games, but today you're very aggressive. Is it a case of Azura being out there, or was it a mindset of the team to let's do a lot better job rebounding the ball?
It was a little bit of both. Of course, having Z definitely helps. Of course, it's not going to hurt us having her go in and rebound, but I think just collectively we all just attack the boards more, and Coach really emphasized that today.
How about offensive rebounding? He says you guys don't always think shots going in, so you go back on defense, but it's like today it was a different mindset.
Yeah, I mean, we have a guy who usually makes all her shots. She wasn't in there, so we knew we had to go get some more rebounds today.
You said nobody sulked today. Now, you did have 10 turnovers, unfortunately. Do you just erase that from your mind, or do you leave the imprint there so that
I'm going to remember that. I don't want it to happen again, so I'm not just going to forget that I had 10 turnovers. Like, that's embarrassing, and I can't just leave it in the past. I got to figure out why that happened to me and fix it.
Is it devastating, or do you know that you're playing hard and it's more things of aggression, or are there things that you just have to fix still in your game?
No, I would say it's something I know I need to fix, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys going to fill in for what Katie Lee did? Obviously, Kia shot from the outside today, which is something Katie Lee does. But have you all figured out, okay, I'm going to take this part of her game and I'm going to take this part of it? How are you working on that?
I mean, I think we're just all trying to. I mean, Kia's always been a good shooter. That's something new. So Kia's gonna hit those outside shots. She has confidence in it. I have confidence. Like, we all have confidence that Kia's gonna hit those shots. So now she just has an opportunity to hit some more. And same with all of our guards. But I think the emphasis is just everyone just needs to do what they do best. No one's gonna do what Lou
Coach
does.
said that
they're just gonna do what they do best.
It would be that when you get on the plane,
Talk about field hockey winning a national title.
Yeah, I was just telling somebody that just how happy I was and just how cool of a person Nancy is. Like, she's just like an amazing coach, and just to have her a part of the UConn family, and to have another team that's dominant like that, it's really fun to watch.
Have you had a chance to talk to her? She's like pretty smart person, like talking.
I admire her from a distance.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would love to have a conversation with her though.
Yeah, there's a banner in there that says basketball capital of the world.
Measuring stick for you right
UConn
now
is also kind of becoming the women's sports capital of collegiate world. How proud are you of being part of that whole thing, being at a place where women's sports is put up on that level?
Yeah, that's pretty cool to be a part of, kind of an environment where women are all supporting each other. We'll see a lot of other women's teams at our games or at our practices, and of course we go and support them as well. So it's like a sisterhood, it's like camaraderie. That's
You're in
pretty
the
cool.
right frame of mind heading out there?
When you talk about next man up, how do you think Azura responded to that?
She did well. She did really well, and I was really proud of her. I think she came in there, she knew what she was good at. She's been working on whatever we've been working on for the whole preseason, and she didn't look afraid. She looked like she was ready to go out and compete. Yes, of course it's different here, and I think she'll be the first one to tell you that it's different here. And I think she has a lot of good basketball experience, which of course helped. But yeah, she'll be the first person to tell you that it's different. She's with a whole different team, different players, has a new role, but she stepped into it really well.
You're used to traveling a lot. How are you going to stay fresh for a 3,000-mile trip and then play a terrific team on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I mean, we just have to be smart, take care of our bodies, make sure we're really engaged in our warm-ups, and make sure we're doing whatever we need to do, cold tub icing after, because it's going to be really, really important. But at the end of the day, it's just going to be mind over matter, because our bodies they're going to be tired, so we just have to push through.
What did you learn about UCLA playing in March?
I mean, we saw what they did against Baylor, that they're a competitive team and they're a lot different and a lot better than they were, and they're athletic. They like to run. They have people who can shoot. They have Canada who can get into the lane almost whenever she wants. Billings who's athletic. So they bring a lot of challenges to us. So it's just going to be how we respond.
With Katie Lee going down, are you confident in yourself saying, okay, I can step in and be the starter and fill those minutes and fill the roles that they need me to do? Are you at that point yet? Because do you kind of felt that maybe your confidence isn't quite where it should be right now?
Yeah, I think it's still just getting back in the flow of the game, but it definitely helps with my team. They have full confidence in me, and so just trying to have that confidence in myself that I'm a good player and I'm here for a reason and I can fill in this role effortlessly. So yeah.
This isn't new for you, starting and all this other stuff, but is it any different doing it today than it was?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's different in terms of like I didn't come off the bench, but I still prepared in the same way. Just trying to be ready for whenever my name was called. It just happened that my name was called to start the game out.
I'm just wondering the situation because, you know, like Gabby said, the next man up with Katie Lou being hurt. I just wonder if you put pressure on yourself, you just come in and play your game.
Yeah, just try to come and be prepared in any type of way. So I was telling one of the other reporters, like, it didn't really change in my preparation. I was still just trying to focus on the things that I knew I needed to do to help the team out. Really excited. It'll be a fun trip and it'll be nice out there. I'm looking forward to the weather.
Yeah, thanks. They have a big kid, Monique Billings. I don't know if you've played with her or played against her at AAU or at this level. Just very athletic. Just the thought of dealing with someone like that.
It'll be a team effort, definitely. Just trying to stop her and shut her down like we do with most teams and their best players. So.
What's Coach been on you most to work on since you've been here? I know you have so many capabilities, but is there anything specific that he's wanting?
Yes, defense. Really just trying to bring that intensity that I can sometimes bring on offense on the defensive end, whether it's blocking shots, being low, like staying low, not having silly fouls, being in help side, different things like that. And so really trying to bring that energy on the defensive end.
Looking back, this is like your 25th double-double, but some of the questions, it's almost like we're asking, it's your first time. And I guess that's part of the UConn push to be perfect or whatever. I mean, is it just kind of fitting into those expectations? What is that like for you?
It's definitely a challenge, but it's also like really rewarding when you do meet that level, and then like, okay, I can even get to another level. So it's almost like you're always trying to get better, and like that's pretty much our goal. Like every time, we're always trying to get to that next step and we're really chasing excellence. And so like we kind of just fall sometimes on perfection. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just cool to have that mindset. And even for life after basketball, I think it's really important to have that mindset of always trying to push yourself past where you think you can, and then when you don't necessarily reach it, you're still above everybody else. So.
Thanks. Azura, appreciate it.
Field hockey won the national championship today.
Awesome.
What was your reaction to that?
Really awesome. We heard the score, I think it was during the fourth quarter, and they said they were up, and so it was pretty, it's cool to hear that while we're playing also Maryland. How ironic, but really excited for them and their program.
Are you worried you're going to get knocked off as the most dominant team at UConn?
No.
Said that if he has one wish, it would be that when you get on the plane to head cross country, the little flip-up screen in front of you will have a picture of Canada on it so that it's implanted in your brain. Do you need that, or she's good, you've been looking forward to this, and you're going to be ready for that challenge?
Yeah, that's what's been my mentality so far. I knew we had UCLA marked early, so that's been a focus. Being in practice, being able to keep people in front of me, and she's a great guard, so that's going to be the focus when we're going to the game Tuesday. Today was a little off the shooting, and then I had some turnovers that I was upset about. So just being able to bounce back on Tuesday is going to be the focus for me.
How about Billings? How good is she?
Yeah, she's really athletic. You jump out the gym, but she has a high motor too. In Canada, she runs that team, but I think Billings is right there with her. So.
Do you kind of look forward to a challenge with seeing Gabby go up against Billings? I mean, it's happened already once, but it just seems like as the two of them mature with their abilities, it could be fun to watch.
Definitely. I think they're really going to go at each other. They both have that attack mentality, and they're relentless. So just being able to see them go at each other scoring on the boards is going to be fun to watch.
Krystal, without Katie Lou today, I mean, you look at the final numbers, you look at the final score, it seemed as though it was seamless, not playing with her today. How did you guys obviously prep for this matchup without her? And then what can you say about, the final performance and the final product out there without her today?
I think that we started off slow, but we figured it out. We just have to put people in positions that are going to make everybody successful. And then we have to go offensive rebound when we're not shooting as well as we'd like to.
All right. You guys talk about, next man up, that mentality all the the time. Do you guys ever try to emulate that in practice? You know, have somebody sit out and say, okay, you know, we're going to work without them, see how we can perform without them?
We do, and it can be anything. It can be like nobody's even hurt. Somebody's just having a bad game, so we want to be able to be ready for anything.
All right, with Katie Lou out, obviously a new starter in Azura, and she just performed wonderfully. What can you say about, you know, her performance and what she brought to the team's dynamic today out there?
I'm happy for her. It was about time. I know she was getting a little frustrated. She was telling me today, but it's due for her. She's ready for that moment. She's a great player. So.
Thank you.
You might have talked about this already, but what did you see from Kia today?
Kia is that player. She hit her shots early, and then she's just got the grit. She was able to hold their best shooter down. I don't even know how many points she scored. But Kia, I look to her for intensity and everything else. She's a leader out there on the floor, and we follow her.
Awesome, thank you.
Field hockey won the national championship today. What was your reaction to that?
We were lit. But I have a few friends there, and I'm happy for them. So.
Are you worried you're going to get knocked off as the most dominant team at UConn?
No, never.